But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and...
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, but only...
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but the destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? The authority of the ancient dragon.
all you've done throughout the years is...
I've never quite seen it. Hydro Dragon, Hydro... I must say, had it been within my rights, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principle stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on, that should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea at last. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have... You are a devious... Things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Iudex Nouvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be—
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice, the root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
we're going to execute it? But how are we going to do that? It's huge!
I've already done my best to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from the wave. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the Primal's power with you. We shall look for an opening together. I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Nice and spicy! Eat the—
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Propagate! Why is there a hole-looking thing over there? It looks really scary!
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
Look at you, Bluetail! Propagate!
the ancient dragons. Witness the might of the primordial sea.
Stand with me! I'll settle this!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but it was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but
That power.
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. It's just that he gave us the impression that she was
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. All in all,
Miss Skirk?
the point being...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed... So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's...
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, his name is Sertologi.
Huh?
I am unfamiliar with...
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The fowl?
Still nothing?
Ooh, that one we've heard...
Oh, so you do know that name. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhindaughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait! Didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has...
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters. and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here! All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry! Hey, lend a hand! Look! The water's receding! It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright? We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
The soil renewed. The Sweet Rasula tax old soil can still give Skyship Winglet, boon or bane of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on people always call the Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Juria and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big scoop. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a.
Paimon's curious too!
And that's exactly why I'd like you.
Are you sure?
Oh, this time will be different.
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a...
I'm here to update myself on how things are.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. Our residents are hard at work at...
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple.
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go.
Huh? You're here too...
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision-makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand, at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Chlorand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Maripede.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess, too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Nervillette asked me what I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now, and tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
I gotta admit, you're real... Hey! Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier,
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on. The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask...
Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like...
Ah, Sigewinne.